Let's play! Hello everyone and welcome to a emergency update video, and by that I mean the impossible has happened. Nintendo has announced a new Nintendo Direct after, I think, one of the longest periods without a Nintendo Direct. Of course, this is following the passing of Mr. Iwata. So this is going to be, I feel, pretty big. And so I thought I'd like to talk about what I feel is going to be in it, and what better game to put up to talk about in the background. Yes, I am playing live and talking. Shut up. I'm going to suck, but it's okay. For glory stuff, but at the same time I'm going to be selecting characters who I'm going to be talking about. So, first up, I'm actually going to pick my boy Ryu, because the number one thing I want to see is new Smash DLC. So, of course, the ballot has ended. You know, Ryu was not a ballot character. He was one because Sakurai is a huge fan of Street Fighter. He won a 100-man Street Fighter tournament. Oh, and we got just straight up Battle of the Capcom going on. So, I guess it comes down to who do I want? And honestly, I've said it before, I really do want Shovel Knight. I know some people are so vehemently opposed to the idea of Shovel Knight. Mostly because he's too new, he's an indie, there's more deserving characters, but that's the excuse that always gets brought up for every single character. Like, there's never been a character so everyone has, well, okay, there's some characters people agree upon is it deserves it. Well, honestly, no. There's always going to be someone who dislikes, you know, who's in it. So, I want Shovel Knight, with him, a stage, of course. There was a fake leak a while ago that had a Runbow stage for him, and I remember, like, that was, you know, a bit disappointing. Oh god, I couldn't use my up-B there. But I'd still be down for that, honestly, just to have Shovel Knight in, honestly. So, who else? I know I've said I'd be okay with Shantae being in, but more for the fact that she's hot than the fact that I actually think she deserves to get in. I'm not saying that's why I want, like, that's why she should get in. I'm saying that's the only reason I can cope with her getting in, if that's a terrible thing to say, and it totally is. Oh god, that was a mistake. Who else? Then, of course, we got some oh wow, okay, that was strange. We got some non-indies, you know, some other characters. I guess, I don't know, man. I'd love Snake to be back, but there really is no chance, I feel. If he's back, I won't be sad. Wolf, I actually do kind of want back in. I know people are like, no, we almost lost all the clones. Why would you bring them back, you know? But, no, he's not a clone. I like him. As for anything else, like, I'm actually super content with Smash Bros. Right now, and the fact we're gonna get 3 to potentially more characters. Honestly, I'm down for pretty much anyone so long as it's not Tingle, Daisy, or, there's a bunch of characters, actually, I don't want to get in. Slippy, Peppy, you know, so I just want new Smash DLC. Maybe a mode with it, but honestly, just more characters, more stages. As for me outfits, I'm gonna get them regardless, so it doesn't matter. The Monster Hunter stuff did make me super moist. And, yes, so Smash Bros, that thread of thought is done. Next up for the most likely thing, well, let's go with, let's pick our boy Mario, why not? Because we have some stuff to talk about regarding any new Mario stuff. So let's you get started right here, and of course we get sent to Sonic stage, because where else would we go if we're talking about Mario? So, with Mario, you know, Mario Maker just came out, and I actually just made a new stage for Mario Maker, trying out the checkpoints, and I gotta say, what a good idea, but also what a terrible thing, because I made level, and the fact that I had to beat it for a second time from the checkpoint, because it's the end that's hard, like, you know, how normal levels go, so it's like, you know, it was kind of suckish that I had to play it twice, but regardless, as for Mario, and of course we get His World, the least fitting song for this, from Sonic 06, lovely. I'd love more Mario Maker updates. Now, I know it's like, you know, the game just got updated and stuff, but I want to just hear some future stuff being added, because, you know, one of the big complaints was the lack of checkpoints, like even way back from the, you know, the previews and stuff. So if they were to put that in, I think no one would be, you know, against that. Well, no, if they were to put in, like, okay, what I'm trying to say, it's tough to talk and play. What I'm trying to say is that, like, that was from previews, and then when it got to the general audience, one of the main concerns was slopes, or, you know, lack of enemy diversity. So I feel like those, you know, now that we address the press's complaints, we can now start to talk about the, you know, the complaints from the general users, whose slopes are a big one. And I personally want to see Luigi added. There's kind of, I feel, no excuse for Luigi to not just be a selectable skin. You know, they probably have to set it up to look like classic Luigi, though, you know, for the 8-bit style, because you have modern Luigi as a costume. And then after that, do, you know, just put Luigi in, because Luigi's in all those games, you know, I don't know why he's just not in. And I saw a list of, like, all unused content, not unused, but just, like, content from the Mario Maker games that, or Mario Maker source games that isn't in Mario Maker itself. So, like, you know, bring some more theme-specific stuff, I'd say, because, you know, like, we use the general tools, but now I want some more theme-specific ones. Alright, so that's about it for Mario Maker. I think they might show off a new 3D Mario title, but it's going to be for the, like, just a preview of the next major one for the NX. It's not, they're not going to say it, they're going to be like, new Mario experience is coming, you know, for his anniversary and stuff. I don't think it's going to be an actual, you know, like, a game right away, but it'll be something at least hinting at it, you know, for sure. Maybe a new Mario Kart, actually, new Mario Kart DLC could happen for sure. Because that's the, I think, the second best-selling DLC right behind the Smash Bros. Stuff. So, honestly, Mario, you know, unless we get another, like, I can honestly say, the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games, the March the Mini stuff, I have zero want or need. So it's like, you know, oh, that guy just killed himself. Or not. Oh, darn it, I was trying to hope to bait him. Honestly, anything for Mario, I think at this point is good. I'm down for it. Also, I won. That's amazing. And yeah, I'm looking forward to any new Mario stuff that comes out. Spin-offs, whatever. You know, I'd even. Whoops, I didn't mean. Down for a DLC or a mission pack for Mario 3D World as like a final sending off. You know, like Mario Galaxy 2 was sent off as like a last-minute thing. But next up, let's talk Zelda, or rather, Link. So, of course, we have a new Zelda coming. We all know it. But in terms of, and this might be a controversial opinion, I actually don't really want to see too much with Zelda. And I'm not gonna, because I don't like playing Star Fox characters, I'm gonna lump this together for Star Fox and Zelda, because, man, I can't play Star Fox characters in this. For both of them, I don't want to see much of their games. Between, you know, Zelda, Wii U, Twilight Princess HD, which I'm sure is happening, and Star Fox Zero, I don't want to see anything, you know? It's like, I don't actually want to see too much information. I want to be relatively unspoiled for my stuff. So, it's a bit of a controversial opinion. I know people want to see new Zelda stuff. Like, I'd say maybe some just random gameplay or story. Well, no, not story information. Although the story situation that might be weird. But, like, no, I want to go in, you know, fairly blind, honestly. So, I mean, I would enjoy it if they gave new info. But at the same time, I'm not going to be sad if they don't. Because you know, I'm pretty content with knowing it's coming out, and that's it. Same with Star Fox, because it's like, so I already played the spoilers, the Star Fox mission in Bayonetta 2, and that made me know that Platinum can make a really good Star Fox game, you know? So it's like, I'm happy with that. I'm happy, basically, have played the Star Fox Zero demo, you know? Oh god, the bomb. I didn't even notice that. I'm rolling into it. That was a mistake. I love the leg. Let me know when I screwed up. Oh, I missed. Okay. No, but like both of those, I know people want new stuff on. Although people were actually kind of happy that they delayed Star Fox Zero because of the graphics. And you know what? Well, I'm not one that says graphics have to be amazing, and people were kind of nitpicky on, like, random ground textures from, like, the back end of the level. You know, yeah, it's an issue, but at the same time, that's definitely not game-breaking. Like, you're not gonna stop and pause Star Fox and look at the textures. You're gonna be flying around. Like, you won't pay attention to it when you're actually playing. But at the same time, I'd rather, you know, Platinum games are short, and I actually think Star Fox won't be any different. So, I'm okay with them, you know, using it to increase more content or fix stuff. Like, that's fine by me. Game delays don't bother me, honestly, because of the fact that I know it's going to be good eventually, you know? Well, every time I say that, people say, well, what about a friggin' Duke Nukem? And I'm like, well, you're dumb, because that's a Western game. I'm talking Japanese games. Japanese game delays are fine, usually. But no, so yeah, I'm pretty happy for all that. I think there's going to be Triforce Heroes DLC, considering they were talking about it in, well, not talking about it, but they found data in the game for it. And pretty much every game that they've searched in the game files and found stuff saying, you know, you can download content, it's led to it being extra content, you know? That was a mistake, but that's okay. Man, you just keep getting whacked in the noggin. I'm amazed I'm doing so terribly, or doing so well with characters. But, that's cool. Righto, though. Next up, we got, well, let's see here. You know what, I was gonna be Roy, but I think we'll be Lucina instead, because she is in all the games I'm gonna be talking about. And we'll go with, I like this one. So, Fire Emblem, it's pretty big right now, actually. There's the, you know, Fire Emblem Fates. There's Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem, otherwise known as Genai Ibun Roku Sharp FE, which is a dumb title, but honestly, I love it. It's fun to say, because then people are like, whoa, that game sounds awesome, and you show it and it's anime trash, but the good kind of anime trash. I know a lot of people think it looks terrible, and they're just wrong. It's basically a new Persona game, which in a world where Persona 4, you know, or Persona 5's coming out, it's like, I'll take it. And then there's, I don't know if many people saw this, but Chrom, Lucina, and a spoiler character from Xenoblade Chronicles are actually going to be in Project Cross Zone, the crossover RPG from, well, Namco, Sega, and Capcom. And if you notice, all those characters are in Smash Bros. And now you actually have straight-up Nintendo characters in it, too. Well, they're not straight-up, they're second-party. You know, you got, Intelligent Systems for the Fire Emblem characters, and Monolith Soft for Spoiler Town. Which, if you played Smash Bros., you already kind of know the spoiler, and it's not that big a deal, but, still. I didn't see where it landed. Okay, so I guess let's start with Fire Emblem Fates. I am looking forward to it. I really did enjoy Awakening. I know a lot of people hated Awakening, but those are like the hardcore players who hate anything that's like not the old super hardcore. For some reason, accessible turns into terrible, you know, for people. Like, they made the new Street Fighter more accessible, and people are saying it's the Melee of fighting games now, and I'm like, or not Melee, but the Brawl of fighting games. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're stupid. So, though, one of the problems, though, that I know will be a part of it is people have been freaking out about censorship in games recently. Like, they've been, they turned one of the characters in Xenoblade Chronicles X, they made her older, you know, not legal still, but because of that, they still gave her less revealing outfits, which is kind of fine because she looks like she's 10 and now she's like 14. And they just, like, she still gets outfits that are, you know, fairly normal looking. Like, you know, they still fit with the cast, but it doesn't have major underboob on this super young girl, you know? So that's just a values thing. And plus, that's actually not censorship. That's probably done for the ESRB before anyone else, you know? It's like, I don't think it's too big of an issue. But there will be stuff, I'm sure, with Fire Emblem Fates. The fact that you get to touch all your soldiers, including them making moaning noises and saying how they enjoy it, and that increases your relationship values with them. And the fact that some of those are like your sisters, and some of those sisters are really young, so that's not good. I guess we'll do another one. Roku. But so I'm sure there'll be a lot of censorship for it, and I know a lot of people will freak out, but honestly, I know it's coming because of the fact that it's, you know, even with the stuff that was in Awakening that was kind of unchanged, like it's gonna be censored quite a bit, and there's nothing we're gonna be able to do about it, really. No number of internet petitions will change that. So I guess now Genai Ibun Roku Sharp FE, I'm excited to see what they... Mostly it's just going to be localization information. I'd like to see some English voice stuff, you know. I mean, we all know it's they already confirmed it is getting a dub. It's not just going to be subbed. Well, but then again, they said that it'll be a challenge for them to find English voice actors who can then sing the songs, right? So I don't know how they're going to handle that exactly, because I don't know if you've seen yet. It's a major element of it is the idol world, you know. It's like, it's all about the... I'm getting destroyed by a Yoshi. You know, the tropes and stuff dealing with being an idol in Japan, and so they have characters who sing and stuff, so it's like, that might present some issues, but at the same time, I think it might be fine. It depends. They could pull a, there's a game called Rhapsody for the DS. It was an RPG, a musical RPG, that was actually so terribly done. All the songs were off sync, because it was a port of, like, I think, a PS2 game, and all the songs were done off sync and not dubbed. But like in that one, the songs weren't dubbed, so some of the voices were, but the songs were done in Japanese still. I could see that happening, and them just, you know, hand wave it, saying like, "Wow, what a good song! I didn't know you sang Japanese." Like, or well, no, they'd probably just pull a persona and just say whatever. You know, they're speaking Japanese right now. But otherwise, I'm really excited about that game, because it's like, it is just a new Persona game, but with Fire Emblem cameos. Like, it's kind of what I've always wanted. Let's see what else. And then, yeah, I think they'll do some stuff on Project Cross Zone 2, just talking about the, because it is confirmed for the West, and confirmed for no cuts. They said that in the last one, they had to censor a bunch of stuff for the West. I'm sure it's going to be unchanged in the West. Well, no, they said it's going to... No songs are going to be censored, because one of the things was licensing. So I don't think there'll be any song stuff. They had to totally change one of the characters to make him not look like Bruce Willis, because there's stuff with that. So yeah, no, it's like, I'm excited to see what happens with all that. Fire Emblem really, and a lot of people are like, man, why does Fire Emblem have so many characters in Smash Bros? Well, it's because it is kind of a big deal for Nintendo. Like, it's super popular. It has a lot of you know, fans, and it's kind of everywhere. And being a second party title, but like a very close second party, because I don't think Intelligent Systems does really anything else for... Like, they do, well, I'm gonna say this, and, like, I never cared for Advanced Wars, but they do that, and that's kind of a dead series with the, so, you know, and they do the Mario and Luigi games, which I will say, Paper Jam I'm looking forward to, but at the same time, I don't know. I've played so many Mario RPGs now that it's just, they kind of blend together, and I'm not the biggest fan. I mean, I love Paper Mario, and if it's more like a Paper Mario game than a Mario and Luigi game, I'll be happy, but they already confirmed it's not. It's just a Mario and Luigi game with Paper Mario as an extra character. Also, we totally won. So yeah, no, all the Fire Emblem stuff, I'm actually super looking forward to. I like Fire Emblem. I gotta go back and play some of the old ones. I'm not good at it. I'm the one who plays definitely through on the mode where your characters revive, not in battle, but after the battle, you know, so just in case I get one loss or something. Let's take our boy Mewtwo to talk about some Pokemon stuff, and so we got 3 main Pokemon games coming to mind. The first one is out in Japan, coming out right away, and that's Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. Now, I am a huge fan of the Mystery Dungeon games. I'm not gonna say I like them more than the... Doesn't this hit multiple times? I thought that hit multiple times. Or was I thinking... Oh, no, I'm thinking of Lucas. I'm a big fan of them. I am slightly worried with how they might be executed because of the fact that the last one was so terrible. But this one is done back by the same studio. I think the last one was done by a different one. Also, I like that this person's picking all sorts of different ones. It's really nice of them. No, so it depends on how well it's done. If it's really good, and from what I heard in Japan, it's not terrible. You know, it has all the Pokemon. It has a Xenoblade style system for recruiting them instead of making it random, which is really nice. Yeah, that was actually super awesome. So I'm excited for that. I can't imagine it being, you know, anything but really good at this point, and I'm excited to play that. But I guess the next big one is Pokemon Z, which I know a lot of people are like, has that been confirmed? And I'm like, well, no. But the fact that the next season of Pokemon is called Pokemon X, Y, and Z, has a Z-shaped logo, never seen anywhere else, features new Pokemon, including new forms of Zygarde, a Pokemon whose name starts with Z, and is the Rayquaza / Kyurem of that game, I'm pretty sure it's coming out. Now, apparently it might... Oh, wow. Okay, you got me back. That's actually... I'm very happy for that. Now, it might end up actually being a sequel instead because of stuff shown in the XYZ TV show where, there's a character who meets up with Ash and he's like, oh, how many badges have you got? And he's like, oh, I got a bunch. But then he shows his to Ash and there's a whole bunch that aren't even in the games. Like, they're new ones and he says, oh yeah, I came from this region. This, like it's, East Kalos, which isn't even a place you go to in the games. So it's like they put that in. That was really good. So I think you're going to go to East Kalos and it'll be a Pokemon Black 2 situation, except it'll be only one game. Or they might do Pokemon XZYZ, which I could see happening. You know, it depends on what they do. All in all, though, you know, it's coming. I've actually been replaying Pokemon Y after I didn't originally like it that much. I really felt like it was a major step down from really any other Pokemon game that I played. Like, I even felt more disappointed going from Black and White to that than from going Gen 3 to Gen 4, because I actually remember really feeling ticked off at that. So, you know, it's coming, and I'm excited, and we'll see. I mean, I've been enjoying my second playthrough now that I knew what to expect. And it's decent. It's not the worst. Actually, it still might be. But I could see it being saved by Z. You know, just like, I didn't like Diamond and Pearl that much when they came out, but then Platinum's really good. And finally, we picked this skin for a reason. Pokken Tournament is getting a console port, of course, as you may know. And they confirmed that Mewtwo is the final boss in Corrupted Dark Mewtwo, which is cool. So it doesn't look like this. It looks more like regular Mewtwo with longer ears and glowy. Like his orange bits turn, or his purple bits turn orange. And he's really cool. And he has crystals coming out. And he's permanently Mega Evolved into his fighting form, which I knew they'd use because, I mean... You know, it's like, what else would you use in a fighting game? You know, use the fighting form from Mewtwo, especially after the psychic form got into this. So, that I'm super excited for. An actual really awesome fighting game on the Wii U, and I heard people saying in Japan they were removing it from arcades because it wasn't getting enough money and people were freaking out, but that was just one arcade. It wasn't like all arcades. So, there is... that. As for what was my other stuff I talked about, I have 30 seconds to find out. Let's see here. Boop, 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 boop. I'd love a Bayonetta 3, but that ain't ever gonna happen. Oh, right. Let's go with Alf, because it has been confirmed Pikmin 4 is in development. It came out of nowhere, which is strange. That normally doesn't happen, but that might be chalked up to the lack of directs and stuff. Now, I have Pikmin 3, and I have played both Pikmin 1 and 2. I do not own Pikmin 1 and 2. I hope to one day pick up Pikmin 2 again, but not Pikmin 1. Why is this? Gonna be straight honest with you here. I don't like the style of game that's Pikmin 1 and 3. Like, I know some people prefer the fact that, you know, it's a survival game then. You know, it makes the genre more interesting because of the fact that, you know, you are actually have to survive. There is a time limit. You know, you are on a deserted planet and you need to survive. Me, on the other hand, I can't deal with time limits. There's a reason I don't like Majora's Mask as much as some people. I freak out over them. I super duper micromanage, and that was honestly one of the reasons I was worried to play Persona 4. Now, thankfully, the time limits for that one seem decent. I haven't got to a point yet where I feel you know... Then again, I'm not doing an all S-rank run, or S-Link run. So it's like, yeah, no, I want my Pikmin 4 to be in the style of Pikmin 2. That is, you don't have to worry about time limits, you don't have to worry about, anything really other than playing the game, you know? Now, where the story will go, I'm expecting it to be all 6 characters. Now, I don't think you'll use all 6 characters. 2 and then the 3 from Pikmin 3. I don't think you'll use them all because of, you know, it just doesn't make sense. You can't, you know, they said 4 was too much originally, so it's like, yeah, they won't go with 6 characters. But I think they'll get some special distinctions, you know, Captain Powers or something. And I feel like, you know, they'll introduce probably a new type of Pikmin. What type that will be, I'm not sure. Also, I hate Sheik. I don't know if I've said this before. So, you know, I'm excited to see what Pikmin 4 brings. And my just hope is that it's more like Pikmin 2. You know, more exploring. I'd even be down. I know people hated the underground missions in Pikmin 2, but I'd be down for that. That I always thought was fun, you know? Especially because there's no time limit up there. It's just free run around and do good stuff and all that stuff, you know? Yeah. Also bring back the product endorsements. That was fun. That was fun in Pikmin, in Pikmin 2. Like, you can find Duracell batteries and stuff. So I guess before we finish off, I'm just going to quickly go through the trophies and double check for anything else that's not represented by a game thing. Oh, I guess I should say Splatoon. I'm expecting more content for that. Probably a big DLC thing that'll let you get more stuff. You know, like the, what's it called? The, Octoling, you know, something like that. Let's see, who else is here that we can talk about? JRPG. Oh, Rhythm Heaven! I hope Rhythm Heaven gets confirmed for a North American release, the new 3DS one. It will take a while because they actually have to censor games. Well, okay, I used that word wrong. Localize games. Because there was one that was entirely based off of a Japanese manzai comedy, and it was all based on puns. You'd press a button to do a pun, and it's like, you can't do that in English, you know? It doesn't really work, so they had to, change that over to an entirely new game, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna do that for Rhythm Heaven 3D the best, all that stuff. I still really want Wonder Red as a character in Smash Bros. I don't think it's gonna happen. I'd love it, but it might not happen. If that gets announced, I will scream and cry. The other character who I would do that with is Bayonetta, but I don't think that'll happen. I want all the, you know, it's like have every Wonder's colors be like, you know, an option for him, and it would look amazing. Inkling, of course, I'd be down for, with Inkling being DLC for Smash Bros, like a proper Inkling character. It would make sense, plus it'd bring a stage, which is awesome. And, yeah, no, it's like, I'd be down for that. She's gonna get in eventually. Like, there's no way. And, you know, Street Fighter, I'd love the announcement of, like, some Street Fighter thing for the Wii U or 3DS, you know, like some Street Fighter collection or whatever. I don't think it'll happen, of course, because of reasons, but, you know, something to use the Ryu amiibo with, and it's like, you know, something like that. Plus, they're gonna show off the final Mewtwo, Rob, all those ones that just got released that, well, are just releasing in America that I already have. Probably gonna show off the Lucas amiibo, which was seen in a promo thing. The Roy amiibo was seen there too. There was no Ryu amiibo, but he's gonna come. And finally, big hope and dream, Mother 3 English release. Like, that'd be really cool. I hope they're working behind the scenes to get that happen, but it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I just noticed something. Look at the Lucas icon there and see the shadow on his hand. It's not here when you go here. That's crazy. Whoa, cool. HD remake of F-Zero GX would be amazing. 60 frames per second on Wii U would destroy my pants. Or a crossover with that fast racing Neo. I'd be down for a new Kirby game. Don't need one though at this point. And an Air Ride with HD / re-release would be amazing. Metroid, I still don't see the hate for Freedom Force or Federation Force, and I'm looking forward to playing it actually. They're not going to release new Metroid info. Donkey Kong, I could see them releasing something for that. We'll have to see. And that's really about it for what I'm expecting from the Direct. There ain't gonna be new Kid Icarus stuff, there's no way. Animal Crossing, no, I think they're gonna wait for the new system to make a new proper Animal Crossing. And then, yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles X stuff, which, whatever. So we've seen it already, basically. Because it's in Japan, and there's, like, you know, unless they announce there's gonna be an update that'll hit, like, when America's version release, they'll update with Japan to give it, like, new stuff. We'll have to see. All in all, though, guys, thanks for watching this video of me just ranting over playing Smash Bros. And surprisingly winning. Like, honestly wasn't expecting that. So yeah. I will see you all next time on whatever else I play / do. And, yeah, be sure to watch the Nintendo Direct, because I will. And you should, too. See you guys next time. Ciao.